morning. While you're catching up on your Z's, I have to get up and tell my assistant exactly how I want my Mercedes CL500 detailed. But now, Jackie, you have your own time slot on the channel. That's until I tell Howard I want a show.
Spectacular.
And don't worry about money, buddy. To make sure there's enough money in the budget for you and your co-host to be paid for an entire year, I told Howard he can sell my watch. That brings me to Sal.
Oh, yeah.
Sal, the biggest beneficiary from Howard's Whack Pack job placement program. Sal, your wife thinks you're a creepy asshole, which is weird because that's the first time I've ever agreed with a loudmouth Long Island cunt. Serious, Sal. Seriously, Sal, what a creep you are, man. And your kids are taking after you. How about that time when you let your two faggot sons ride the Sibian? They were riding that thing like daddy. Oh, it feels like a pack. Keep riding it. Sorry, Sal, but your sons look like a couple of homos. There they were, riding that Sibian harder than your ugly father used to beat you at the pizzeria. Wow. The look of joy they had on their little fag faces was probably similar to the one your crazy aunt had when she was jerking you off. There is one positive thing about your kids being enormous faggots. Maybe they'll die of AIDS before they see your work. Oh, my God. And really, Sal, when your oldest gay son turns 17, how are you going to feel if someone slipped over and sniffed his panties? Of course I'm kidding, Sal, but if one of your kids was a homo, it wouldn't be surprising. I mean, look at their only male role model. He wears face makeup and throws a football like Callista Flockhart.
I'm going to fall up this chair.
Really, Sal? You think your father abused you? Wah! I was a slave in a pizzeria. Wah! Think about when your poor kids get older. If one of their fucking friends can afford on demand, they're gonna see their friend's father painting a guy's cock. If by some miracle little Antonio isn't a fag, he'll be able to press a couple of buttons and see his father's freakishly uncircumcised small dick. But hang in there, Antonio. The good news is your family won't be able to afford on demand. Sal, you're the only guy in history whose show business job pays him less than his old day job. Do I got any more on him? I don't know.
God, it seems like it's endless.
It's all good.
But why should Sirius pay you anymore, man? I mean, you're talentless. When Howard goes off the air, what are you going to do? Submit to a network show your bit where you call an Asian woman on cable access a cunt? There's no 7th grader who couldn't write what you write, douchebag. How lame can you get? Go back to Wall Street so your fag kids can eat. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Richard Christie. Enough of abusing Sal. Let's get to Richard. The only thing that stinks worse than Richard's armpits is Sal's stand-up act. Oh. Richard, seriously, listen to me. I don't want to leave any gray area. You and Sal suck at stand-up comedy. If you weren't on this show, you wouldn't be able to get a job waitering at Caroline's. And I know that one day I said you were funny, but let's get this straight. I was on heroin. The night I laughed at you, I would have laughed at a video of someone raping my great-grandmother. That heroin's good shit. And Richard's entire family is filthy. In Richard's house, they keep the money under the soap. And, dude, don't call me a father figure. It's creepy, man. I mean, look, let's get this straight. I'm a drunk guy you work with. Your father's the guy in Kansas fucking a turtle. Let's get to Gary, finally. I'm sorry.
Come on, Baba Booha.
Gary is an expert on rock and roll trivia. This guy can name a song by every band in history, even the obscure ones, except for King Norris. This has been brutal. It smells like burnt monkey in here. For those of you just listening for the first time on the internet, we have two Garys on the show. One of them's retarded, and the other one lives in Oregon. Gary, you've really moved up in the world. For years, Howard would only trust you to pick up his snot tissues. Now he trusts you to pick up his cum tissues. And Gary, it's a good thing that your breath stinks. It's the only thing that keeps me awake during one of your boring stories. Hey, Gary, could you tell me how Otto and George played your bachelor party for the 18th time? I really hope your kids don't screw up, Gary. I could see them on Geraldo with the caption, "My father was Baba Booey." Gary was part of the New York beautification program. He moved to Connecticut. Gary, you may be as ugly as a horse, but guess what? You're twice as smart. And I just want to make a quick announcement about my show life. After Greg Fitzsimmons said he's no longer opening for me at Carnegie Hall. Gary, you're a good man. You're the reason I'm working here. This was a hard one to write, but guess what? I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, Sal, fuck off. All right, thank you.
Artie Lang, of course.
That was fucking brutal, and not necessarily for me.
That was tough for
you got off rather light.
Yeah, you got off easy.
The beating on Sal just didn't seem like it was going to end.
Yeah, Artie.
Thank you, Artie.
Thank God my pen ran out of ink.
You should hear Artie when he's sober. He really gets angry. Jay, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Oh my God, this ain't a roast, a fucking massacre.
I know.
Wow, this is funny shit. Anybody serious after this? Fuck you.
Adam, go ahead. You're on the air in Boston.
Hey now.
Hey now.
This is the best roast you guys have had so far. And you saved the best for last. Adi was great.
Well, it's not the last
yet. Not over yet.
Not over yet. And by the way, these comedians deserve a huge round of applause. And it's early in the morning. They're not used to that. I know that. None of these guys get up that early. It's unbelievable. Let's go to Jeff the Drunk who wants to say hello. Jeff, go ahead.
Hello, Howard.
All right. What are you having? You having a good time over there?
Sal was good.
Sal was good.
Sal was definitely good.
You like Sal?
Yeah, Artie was good too.
Artie was good too.
Your buddy Artie.
All right. Let's get back to Reverend Bob Levy.
What's up, Jeff?
What do you? That was a good call, I got to say. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm glad you took that.
Next one coming up
Yes.
is Colin Quinn. Let's hear it for
All
Colin.
right, come on, Colin. We're at the Baba Booey roast with Colin Quinn.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope I can follow that uneven 3-hour in and out monstrosity. Any of the musicians want to get up? Maybe a juggler? Howard? Maybe you'd like to bring in another fucking ex-musician's wife to waste another half hour of our time while we sit in the green room like yesterday's fucking news.
You didn't like Sharon Osbourne?
Well, I just thought it was a little insulting to me, not to the other no-names, but to me it was a little. Let's start with Shuley. Did somebody put a curse on you? It wasn't even 15 minutes of fame. Even Andy Warhol looked at his watch and was like, that was a 10 maybe. Why aren't you a star? Do you think it's because you look like a downsized software engineer?
I guess.
Ganji's here. I like him. I call him by his nickname, almost popular in 98. How about Benji? He never really caught on. You know, what the hell are you willing to do it all? But it just, wrestle, kiss, but maybe become popular in England and then come back? I don't know. Nah, Greg Fitzsimmons. A lot of people say Greg never made it that famous as a comedian. Bob Levy wakes up every day and says, when? Bob, hit the snooze alarm. Never. Geraldo's a friend of mine, but he's always on the road all the time. Anna Nicole Smith's a better parent.